Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the zoo. So, we've managed to add in the Asian monkeys habitat, which consists of Barian orangutans, Lar gibbons and Siamangs in this large, beautiful habitat. You can guess it's very loud. We've got the orangutans are... The Lar gibbons seem to be very vocal, and, well, we all know the Siamangs. And we're just in time. It seems like they're about to be fed, which could not be a more perfect timing. So that is the full 18 kilograms that they need. And he's going to go put the rest of the food in the habitat, which is more all over to the left side, where you'll find most of the enrichment in. And there's this little hill up here where we've got... So it's still food for pretty much everybody. They all get fed here. It's absolutely amazing to see that there's never going to be a time when they're going to be empty. The funny thing is they have so much enrichment that they barely even use it. I don't know why. They've got plenty of areas to sleep. And they've even got a shelter, which is fairly small, but there is some other areas like this. So what will most likely happen, the orangutans only go here. We might add another shelter just in case we need to, but for now we're all fine. The elephants are doing all well. As you see, you might have seen, I just live streamed a little video of our male's point of view, and yeah, so you've pretty much already seen this habitat. But here he is right now. There's Grex. He's loving life. He's got his waterfalls. He's got his big pool. He's got everything. He's got like 10 girlfriends. Here we've got the Mongolian steep, Przewalski scores, Bactrian camel. Pretty straightforward. But anyway, moving on to one of the highlights of this video, Valentina and Oleg have had 2 little cubs. As you can see, them 2 are both already up here exploring their tree top climbing, which I don't even think Valentina and Oleg have gone up, but it seems like we've got one of them up here, and I can't check, but I will be able to check because Oleg's just gone for a swim, so that means Valentina is up here, but she's coming down now. I'm pretty sure they've just been fed, so they are all good to go. They don't actually use this as often, but I suppose in the fact that this has got bedding like every single opportunity that we could put it in, so they might be there a lot more often. And we've also built this, which Valentina and Oleg had in that old one, so we've put that there to hopefully help them fit in a bit more. Here we've got our Malayan tapir habitat. There's 7 of these guys, and they have a really nice shelter which kind of rounds it all off into this big open paddock for these guys to walk about and graze on as much as they need. I'm going to be putting a bit more of these bushes in right now, so I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so we've added a lot more of the variation in. I have to say it looks really, really good. I might just quickly move this back into this little circular area here. And this rubbing pillar, I'm gonna slap this right in the middle there. And then, so, this guy's enjoying his dirt over here, which we've kind of laid around all over here to add a bit more variation. It's what they've got at the bottom. But anyway, our new section has already been, we've already laid out a path for it. And we are thinking that it will most likely, it won't be Oceania. It will be South America. So we're going to be using all South America species that I can possibly put in here. It might only be a couple of things. We might also do like Central America, but it doesn't really make any difference towards it. But this will be more of like the Americas section. And we'll see where we can go from there. It is really beautiful to see all the monkeys climbing about in here. Especially with the amount that they've actually got. When you like really tie it all together, they've got a whole bunch of climbing to use. The funny thing is, this is probably the only shelter that they actually use, and there are only 2 in here right now. They don't actually sleep as much as we thought they would. That is getting incredibly noisy, but they're really active most of the time. Let's go over here. And as we can see, the Mongolian steppe is being fed. But let's open this up to the public and take a look at what they think. Let's check up on our giant pandas. I haven't seen them in a while, but most of the time they are sleeping. They only really come out for their keeper talks, and nothing much other than maybe getting the occasional drink. I'm still waiting for them to use climbing that I've put them in the back. They don't climb as much as I thought they would. They only really use this. They don't climb any of their trees. They're very difficult, these species. They're just, yeah. Our black tailed prairie dogs are all having the time of their life in here. And they've got the shelter. They're all fine. We don't have to worry about these guys. All the guests are now going to come flooding in, but I'm really glad that Valentina and Oleg, sorry my mind went blank for a second, have managed to start up their process again. Well done Valentina, well done Oleg. The cubs seem to be hungry, so we might need to be getting some food going on in here. Speaking of, the Binstrong habitat is also going very well. I've added more of a connection towards here, so they both do now go outside into this climbing area here, and it used to just be this one, I believe. So it now does. That is some weird sound. Mahi is just chilling right here. Look at those little whiskers on their ears. I never noticed that before. There's 5 of these guys in here. 2 males, 3 females. And they all get on pretty well. The leopards absolutely love their habitat. They've settled in really well. But one thing that we do need to do now, we need to send these two over to quarantine to get all ready to actually start fending for themselves. We need to get them shaped up and, you know, ready, because obviously we are going to be releasing them to the wild because they're critically endangered with a population of 110, as we've discussed in the Frexy Wildlife Park. Tapir habitat is going absolutely great. I generally think one of our more successful habitats. Apart from there's still a couple more flus that we need to be discussing about, but yeah. Most of all, the part is going great. Asia is now officially done at the zoo, with the face of Asia being the Amur leopards. But there is still quite actually a few breeding programs going on here as well. You also have the northern Swazi Babirusa. These guys, so the reason we've separated the males and the females like this is for a very specific reason, which let's go over to the Zoopedia and discuss. Babirusa females tend to live in small groups with their offspring. Babirusa males are solitary, but them two are brothers, so yeah. Males fight for a right to mate, so we do kind of swap them out between the two, so some of them will be separate and then we just straight away release them to the wild. They are vulnerable, however, so that is why we are still doing this, to, you know, make sure they aren't vulnerable and they will be, oh, I don't know what is least concern, or, yeah. But they are a species of pig, as you can tell. In the North Swazi Babirusa is a species of pig native to the Swazi Islands of Indonesia and several small surrounding islands. So, the males, that is a male there. The males have like these very sharp tusks coming out of their mouth to show dominance. And they also use it for fighting when two males interact over females. They will use it to fight, back them off so they can win the fight, and then they can also mate with the females. And it also shows off that they're strong, dominant, like I pretty much just listed. They're separated as well because we don't want them to just start overflowing with babies. We only want them to come together during mating season. But that will be all for today's video, everybody. Quick little bit of education. Asia is done. Please hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.